this is Carolyn with Carolyn's Paper Therapy, and I'm back today to do a few more little projects to insert into the Patchwork of Our Lives journal that I've been working on. This is made with the Quilted Cottage digital kit from My Porch Prints. And I had told you before that I decided to make this a writing journal, and I really didn't want to cover up any of the beautiful images on the pages. So we have made tags that just clip on, that can be removed and written on. I just I'll show you. I just put them on with paper clips. And I was going to decorate these paper clips, but I didn't, because I felt like it would interfere with the pattern on this beautiful tag. So what I probably will do is put a little bow or charm or something on the end of each paper clip that's sticking out like that. So we have our tags on here, and they're on the pages where you would write, so they can be removed. You can write on the page, write on the tag, and clip it back in anywhere you want it in the journal. So our beautiful pages still show, and I am going to come back with some of our ephemera and decorate in the corners or down the lace down the edges and things. But right now I'm just working on things that we can insert into the journal that can be written on, and leave our blank pages so that we can remove whatever it is and write on the page. So that's what I'm doing. And today I've got a couple of things I wanted to share, and I'm hopefully going to put these together on this video for you. The first thing is, I had showed you this little clip that someone sent me. It's just got cardstock wrapped around the one side of the paper clip and then decorated. I thought this was so cute, so I've done a couple. I've got them laid out to do a couple, my interpretation on this, using this same kit. So the first one, I have cut out the little piece, and I'm using the large gold paper clips. I imagine I ordered these from Amazon. And I cut the paper 1.5 by 2 and then folded it in half. And I've clipped the clip on there with the small side inside. And I'm going to glue that in there, leaving this kind of sticking up there. And I used my Fabri-Tac. I just felt like it might hold better. So let me get that done right quick. A little extra glue on the clip itself so it doesn't pull out. And just mash that together. Okay, so of course that has to dry, but we're going to ink around this right quick. I've got glue on my fingers now. This is not really going to show, but we'll ink on it anyway. Now, what I've designed to go on here is a little kitty cat. So what we're going to do is first, oh shoot, I didn't heat up my glue gun again. I'm bad about that. We're gonna just layer. We're gonna layer some laces and some trims. And then a friend of mine sent me this. She sent me 3. They're hearts, but they're like angel wings. So I decided to make an angel out of our little kitty cat and put it on here. In fact, I think I need to ink around this a little bit just to make it tie in with everything else we're doing. Now this is, it looks like 2 pieces of fabric that have a pattern in the fabric, not just the flowers, but a dimensional pattern, and glued together, so they're stiff. So I'm just waiting for my glue gun to heat up. I have 2 of these we're going to do, and you can do these for just do a whole big assortment of them to use in your journals or as bookmarks or anything else you might want to use them for. But I thought this idea was so cute. Well, my glue gun's heating up. Let me show you one I already did. I made this one with a little bunny. It's got lace and a corner off of another piece of lace and a corner off of a antique linen of some kind. The little bunny is then glued on top of that, and this little flower. Now I can go in and add sequins or flowers or stickles or whatever I want to, but I'm going to keep this basic today. So this is what it looks like on the back, and you just clip it on your page like this. And my idea is to be able to clip in these journal cards. So you have this on your page, and then you can just insert your journal cards, a stack of them if you want to, but you still have the page underneath to write on. And these are all backed with a pale pattern paper that makes it look really pretty to write on. And I've just tied a little piece of ribbon here at the top. So this is what we're making. And I'll just keep this one out here. What we're going to do, and I finally have my glue gun heated up. It's a cordless, and I'm glad to have a cordless, but I have to keep heating it up because it shuts itself off. So I'm going to make this into kind of a little ruffle on here. I'll just put the glue down and then squish this up and put it on there so that we have a little bit of ruffle. Then I have this piece I want to glue on, and all I need to do is really kind of attach it at the top. I just cut it out of a piece of lace. And then the next thing we're going to do is put our kitty cat on here. So I want to first glue on the wings onto the clip. And then I'll glue the kitty cat to the whole thing. So cute. Okay, there's our little angel kitty. And I decided to give it a little necklace, so this is going to go right on its neck. And I hope I can get that so it'll stay on there. This is some trim that I told you my mother used to make the Victorian ornaments, and this is some trim that she gave me. I may have to reinforce that with some other glue, but there's our little clip, and this can clip on the page just like this, and you can put your journal cards and things in under it, or just decorate the page with it. And once you clip it on, you've got the other side to use too. So there we've got a bunny and a kitty cat. And the next one, let's get it made. I'm just making these 3. I don't think I need any more in this journal, but I thought it was such a cute idea that I wanted to show you while I still remembered it, because I do these things and then I forget that I've done them. And that's why I'm not organized enough to make a book of samples and all that stuff, but that is why I make these videos, one of the reasons, so that I can, when I look at them again, I can't even remember that I made these things. It's just amazing the ideas that you have that come along and make everything so pretty. So there's another clip, and on this one I have an oval that I want to use, and I'm just going to glue down this green lace here. This, if you see, I've made like a long piece that goes down, and it doesn't need to fit, it can just hang over the edges, and another piece for a background, any way you want to arrange it. And then this oval is going to be glued right onto that. So it is nicely framed with all this pretty lace. I might have done that upside down. That's okay. Then I had just this little sliver of lace, and I tied it into a bow, and it's going to go right here at the bottom. Again, I can come back with stickles or anything I want to do to add to this, charms or whatever, but what I think I'll do is just tie a ribbon at the top of these, just so it looks pretty sticking out from the journal. So there's our 3 little paperclip dealies. I really love these. They're just gonna look so cute in the journal. And we'll put them in there before we stop today. So let me set these aside, and I'll show you this little thing here. I just, this was in the kit, this, like this, and I just folded it in half. I have some papers that are kind of tea stained that I cut to go inside. Took my stapler and stapled 2 staples and then tied this bow. So we've got a little journal to write in. And I may write some of my sayings in here, or just leave it empty for someone to write on. Also, another thing I could do is go in here and stencil some of the pages just so they look decorative. I can add lace on the side if I want to. As I finish up the journal, I go through one last time and add on some things sometimes. Okay, the next thing is kind of a wraparound, and what it is the let's see, a minute, the pockets. There was a double pocket in the kit where you could put this down the page and glue it on 3 sides and have a pocket here and a pocket here. But what I decided to do, because I didn't want to cover up any pages, was, and I had already, this is already there, so, but it doesn't matter. I'm just going to put those together, and I'm going to glue this, I'm going to glue this pocket down right here on 3 sides. So let me get that done. Okay, so then all I did was just fold it in half, and I'm going to decorate each side, put some things in the pocket, and then this will clip on the side of a page. It can be removed so you can write on the pages or see the pages underneath, and we'll decorate each side and put some tags inside. So let's decorate. On this side I have some lace picked out. And I'm just gonna glue that on there, tack it on there really with my hot glue. And then I decided to put the basket of flowers or the basket with the quilt and the little bunny on here. So those, I'm just gonna hot glue these on. It glues better to that lace. So we're just layering our little ephemera on here. Pick anything you want. And I had this tiny little bit of lace that I wanted to give the bunny a collar. Okay, so that's that side. And then over here, I decided to do something like this. I'm going to glue this down. It sticks up above the pocket, so be sure you don't get glue, you know, in the pocket. I picked this lace again. I love that lace. I'll just tack it on. Doesn't have to be attached all over the place. And then I have the little sofa with the pillow and the quilt. This quilt has fringe. That's kind of a neat idea. Now, I've chosen a couple of words I think I want to put on these. Just because I told you I like to have words on things. So I'm just going to stick love on here. And on the other side, I think I'll choose joy. Okay, and I already have some items selected to go in the pockets. If you can see this has got a decorative, decorative corner punched. I have this hole punch, this punch here that has 3 different lace patterns for the corner. And I like to do that sometimes. The only thing I don't like about this is you can't just punch it. You have to stand up and push it because it just won't go through otherwise. But there's our tag. We're going to slide in there. And then I have a couple of tags with the little babies. And I wanted to put bows on them just so it'll look decorative in our journal. And all of these can be written on the back. So there's plenty of room for writing. Some of these I may write some sayings on, and others I will leave blank. So there's one side. And on this side, I did a different pattern here, if you can see it, with the flowers. And then the little girl is going to get a bow ending up on top of her head. Okay, so there she is, and slide it in here. Now in a minute we'll come back and we'll pick the page to put this on. This will just go over the edge of a page and clip on just like this. So we'll come back and do that in a minute. I have one more thing to show you, and get my little stuff out here so I don't forget. Okay, these two pockets here were in the kit, and I decided to make them into a flip out pocket. So what we're going to do is put them together, and I've already inked around the edges, and I made just a little flap, and all I did was cut it slightly shorter than the edge here, and this is going to be glued, and I folded it in half. It doesn't matter the size. I just made sure there was enough to attach to the page and to the pockets. So the first thing I'll do is glue this inside this pocket, so that when we fold this on the page, the pocket's going to flip out. So let me get that glued on there first before we glue our pockets together. I watch Cara Renee on Be Reborn and Healing, and I think she did a flip out the other day. So this is where I just saw how she attached it all. I think that's where I saw it. Okay, so now we're going to glue our pockets together on the three sides. And again, this will go in our journal, but the pocket will not cover up the page because you can flip it out and have your pocket outside the journal so that you can still write on the pages and see the pretty pages. Okay, so I'm going to decorate these two pockets, and I have to remember how I was going to do this. I think this one I had this on here. So we're going to put some lace on here. And of course, I need my glue gun again. So we'll talk a minute. In a couple of weeks, I'm going to have a show at my house where I let the public come to my garden. I've worked myself to death trying to make everything pretty, and the guy's out there mowing and trimming now. He knows I need something extra done next week. But I have my new little greenhouse, and all the little seeds I've started are in there, and all my new flowers and my perennials are all coming up, and I got a new bird bath. So this picture really speaks to me because this is going to be a fun event if it doesn't rain. They're going to be local artists come and set up outside and paint whatever scene they choose. So I'm excited about that, and I have a feeling that I'm going to want to take pictures and do a journal of that event, because things like that don't come along every day. And I don't know why I said yes, but I did, and I just feel so happy to be able to do this for the community. And it is put on by the Garden Club. It's their 100-year anniversary this year. So this is something that they're doing for the community. And and so I'm glad to be a part of it, and very humble actually, because my gardens are pretty, but they're definitely a work in process. Nothing professional has happened here, except that beautiful greenhouse was built professionally. Okay, there's our butterfly. Let's give the butterfly some pearls down its body. Let's see. Now, this is some lace off of that roll of lace I showed you. I wish I had tons of this. This is a whole lot of this, but I wish I had it in a lot of other colors, but it's old. I used some trim that my mother had given me from her Victorian ornaments, and the butterfly, and I put pearls down the middle. Used the word hope. I told you I got a bunch of words out and I'm starting to cut them out. I'll have boxes of words, and these did not come from this kit. And then I have these little flowers that I got at somewhere where they have silk flowers, and I just cut one off and rubbed my ink dauber over it to kind of give it some texture so it wasn't just stark white. So that's one side decorated, and I need to cut this end of the lace off. So there's one side. This is going to be the side that is on the back side when we put it in there. Okay, this side I have just decided on this green lace. And another butterfly. I love the butterflies. Whenever there's butterflies in the kits, I'm always happy. And I think we'll use the word peace. I think I'll give this butterfly some pearls down its body. I need to get some more of these. I'm pretty sure these came from Hobby Lobby. They were in a package and had all these different sizes, which I kind of liked. Okay, so this is going to glue onto a page and flip out. And I have selected some items to go in there. Just some journal cards will go in the pocket. And I'll have them on each side. And this will glue right into our journal. So I'm going to get the journal out, and we're going to see about putting this stuff in here. The nice thing about these is, except for that one that I'm going to glue in, is the flexibility of it. You can change things around, move things around, and fix it however you want to. So let's do this flip out thing first. I've got to find a page where, see, I could even put it on a page like this because it will flip out, and you can see the page underneath, but I think I want it on one of our writing pages. We'll do this in the middle of the book. So I'm going to glue this right to the edge on this side here. Now this is pretty bulky. I may not want to have two tags on each side, but we'll see how that works out. Get it right on the edge of the page. It has to go right on the edge so that it fits in here. And I need to cut off this screen lace. Okay, so we're going through our journal, and we come to this page, and we have a pocket there, and it's going to flip out so that we can still write here. I'll probably, on these blank pages, I probably will come in and do a little cluster, actually glue it to the page, depending on how what I have on here. But there's our flip out. Okay, now this one is the one that wraps around so that the pockets show on either side. And this can be removed so that you can write on the page. So let me see what I can find for this one. I could use it on one of the pages that actually has a design on it. I think I'm going to put it right here. Or maybe I should put it toward the back. Let's see. I think I'll put it right here. So we're going to just put this around the page. On the other side we have flowers and a quilt, so that's nice. You can still see that. Remove it and look at that. And even these pages that have quilts and things on them, you could write on those. That's pale enough that you could write. But what I'm going to do now is just clip this on. Okay, so we have these pockets with 2 little journal cards in there, a page to write on, and 2 pockets over here. Now, let's see what else I've got. Oh, I've got these little things that we made. And I need to tie a little piece of ribbon on them. Just a minute. I'm not going to tie a bow. I'm just going to tie a little piece on there. In fact, I may just feed this through. And then take these 2 ends and put them through there, through that loop. If I can get it. There we go. And then just pull it up like that. That's okay. That's good. And let me do this other one. Now, let's see if we've got some places we want to clip these on. This little bunny, go up in here. And we've got this quilt that we can, this is a journal card we can stick in under there. And here's a page here that could use something. I'll put this on here, and let's see if my little book will stick in under there. I may need to come back with a pocket for it. I think I'll wait. But you can stick your journal tags, cards in there. And the last one is our kitty cat. This looks like a good page right here. And I think I'll clip it where the kitty cat is on this side. And we've got lots of journal cards that we can stick in here. So let's look at this beautiful journal. I don't even know what else we need to do. Oh, I remember I have these pockets. Let me grab another couple of journal cards here. Remember when we made the pockets that fold over, the envelopes that fold over like this, we made a pocket. So these can slide in like this. In fact, I think we could, on one of these pages that we have that little bunny there, or that little cat there, we can actually clip this journal to the other side. I think that's a good idea. It might need a word on it. Let's give it a word. How about wish? A wish on a mushroom. There we go. And then I had another envelope with a pocket. Here it is. And let me ink this up right quick. Okay, now let's go through our journal. Let's see what else we might need. I'm not sure we need much else except just to decorate some of the pages directly on the page. Here's our cover. Now see, on a page like this, I can add words on here, which might be a good idea, some lace on the edge and things like that. I'll probably go through and do that off camera, and then we'll have a final flip through of this. I think I've probably made all the pockets and things that I need to make. I did have these left from when this was this background here where I did the hidden binding, and I had cut off these pieces, and I thought I might put them in here for little pockets. And so I may come in with these and put these little pockets here and decorate them a little bit on some of these pages. But I will come back and just show you what I did on that. But let's see what we've done so far. We've got our flip up envelope here that I'm going to put one of my little stories about patchwork, the patchwork of our lives. We made a pocket on the other side. This is one of our tags. And I'm going to come in on these paper clips and just tie a little bow or lace or something up there, so that all these sticking out will have something on them. Again, these pages that are decorated, they'll be great pages for words, and I have lots of words selected and that I can hand write on things, and I'll show you those as we flip through on the final flip through. There's another one of our tags. This is our flip out pockets. I like that. Another tag. Our little journal booklet. It's clipped on the back side of this kitty cat angel. Another tag. This is my favorite, I think, of the tags, using that oval. This can be taken off and right on this page, right on the back of the tag. Now I want to decorate these pages here, kind of like I would do a cover, but I'm just going to add lace and some of the ephemera from the kit. And so when we do a final flip through, you'll see all that. This is our little envelope that opens up. You untie this and it opens up, and I'll have something special inside there. Another tag. Another one of our pretty tags. This is one of the clip-ons. We can add something in under here, which I'll probably do. Another tag. And remember, I told you if you really wanted to make these, like this tag would make a pretty pocket, stick things in the side here. But again, you're covering up part of the writing space. The way it is with it clipped on, you can take it off, right, and then put it back on. This is our wraparound. It comes off, you can write on the back. There's pockets on each side. Still room to write on the page. I've never done a journal like this before. I'm really enjoying this as a different way to put together and decorate the page and still have lots of writing room. And like I said, these pages are pale enough. You could do writing up in here and down here and leave the butterfly. This is our envelope. This is the flap from the envelope that's been decorated and made into a pocket on this side, and it flips up over here. This is our little bunny clip that I've just stuck a tag in under. The pretty rose tag with the teacup and butterfly. And that's it. And so I think I've done enough of the inserts, and I'll come back and show you the closure, the finished product. I'll show you the closure, and then we'll take a look at each page and how each page is decorated. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope you'll come back and watch the final flip through. I'm going to enjoy sitting here adding lace and charms and ribbons and all that to this, and then come back and show you the finished product. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Remember, every day's a gift. This is a little coaster that I have sitting next to me when I want to bring something in here to drink. And this is this is the way I live my life. No matter what's going on, I deal with it, and then I put it behind me, and I choose joy for the rest of the day. And like this little bird, I go out in the world and try to sing praises and bring joy to others any way I can think of. That's what life is all about to me. It's not about doing things for me. It's doing for others. And I do the things that I enjoy for me, but I like to give joy to others. So it's a great life, and I love every moment of it. So I'll be back before you know it, and I hope you have a great day. I'll see you soon.